That Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are the best gift that the WNBA has ever had. I mean, and the fans that show up and pack that place. I mean, sell out crowds every time Caitlin Clark plays. It's so great for Indiana, but it's good for the WNBA. But how dare you accuse our fans, the Hoosiers that show up at these games, being racist when they're not? I mean, that was a opposing player who hates Caitlin Clark. Frankly, it's a great rivalry for the teams and for the sport. But don't accuse our fans of being racist. I mean, that's the kind of garbage that gets thrown around all the time. It wasn't true. The investigation proved it. And there was no outcome of it. There was no apology. Apologize to the fans. I mean, that's a simple thing to do. And I wish the team would have been more emphatic about that. Stand up, stick up for your fan base. I mean, that's who's keeping you alive. So maybe they'll still do that. I don't know. I mean, I tweeted that Angel Reese should apologize, and my tweet got a lot of reactions, but I'm not going to hold my.
The WNBA has just stepped into a storm it may not escape from. Brittney Griner, Caitlin Clark, and a viral video have ignited a national controversy. But now, U.S. Senator Jim Banks has entered the spotlight, demanding answers, accountability, and equal treatment. As the league scrambles to control the narrative, this isn't just a story about basketball anymore. A courtside video of Brittney Griner has exploded across social media, appearing to capture her calling Caitlin Clark a trash-effing white girl.
Brittney Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad. She called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl. Trash. Blanking white girl is what she says.
Defenders claim she was criticizing a referee's call, but the internet isn't convinced. Millions see it as a racial slight, and the silence from Griner and the WNBA has only made things worse. What should have been a simple clarification has become a full-blown credibility crisis, and fans want to know why this isn't being addressed. When a U.S. senator gets involved in a league controversy, it's no longer just a sports.
She accused the Indiana Fever fan base of being racist. They investigated it. They said those accusations were false. The least that she could do is apologize to our great state and the fans that show up at these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of accusations? I mean, those are awful accusations. They weren't true. The fans weren't shouting racial slurs toward Angel Reese or opposing players. I mean, where is Caitlin Clark? Where is the Indiana Fever? Where is the WNBA saying that investigation there shouldn't have been an investigation? The allegations were false. Where's the apology? It hasn't happened. It's disappointing. As someone who is, my daughters are fans of the team. They've gone to games to see Caitlin Clark. It's so demeaning to our state and to the fan base to go through something like that.
Senator Jim Banks has called out the WNBA for what he describes as blatant bias, demanding they investigate the Griner video with the same urgency they gave to disproven allegations against Fever fans. This is about fairness, he says, and it's clear that lawmakers are watching. Banks' involvement brings a whole new level of pressure, political, public, and potentially financial. The WNBA launched a formal investigation into claims that Indiana Fever fans shouted racial slurs at Angel Reese. After a full review, the league admitted the accusations were unsubstantiated. But here's the problem. No apology was issued, no statement clearing the fans. Nothing. For those who attended that game, and for Clark's supporters, this silence feels like an endorsement of false claims.
Let's see an investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league.
Is the WNBA okay with one of its players saying white girl on the bench and getting caught by TV cameras saying such? I guess they are. I guess they're okay with it. Obviously, the league would very much not be okay with a white player saying black girl on the bench in anger and getting caught by TV cameras. That would be an immediate suspension, if not a career ender for said white girl.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, real evidence involving Griner is met with inaction. This controversy has laid bare what many fans already suspected, a double standard within the WNBA. When allegations target Angel Reese or Brittney Griner, investigations happen instantly. But when Caitlin Clark or her fan base are involved, the response is either silence or skepticism. The league that prides itself on equality now finds itself accused of creating an elite class of protected
We have heard
players.
nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing.
And that's a narrative that's gaining traction fast. Senator Banks is just the beginning. As a representative of Indiana, where Caitlin Clark plays for the Fever, his comments reflect what thousands of constituents are already feeling. Outrage. He's called for public apologies and transparent investigations, and other politicians may soon join him. When elected officials start calling out a league's bias, it sends a powerful message. This matters beyond the court. This is about leadership, consistency, and fairness. If the controversial comment was just about a referee, why hasn't Brittney Griner said so? Why hasn't the WNBA released a statement explaining the context? The silence is deafening and damaging. Critics argue that Griner has long been protected by the league's power structure. Now that scrutiny is finally turning toward her, the response has been nothing short of evasive. For fans and observers, it's not just about the comment, it's about the lack of accountability. Caitlin Clark is the biggest thing to hit the WNBA in decades. Her games sell out arenas, drive media coverage, and inject new energy into women's basketball. She's not just a rookie, she's a movement. And yet, the league seems hesitant to defend her. Attacks go unchecked, and her supporters feel ignored. Senator Banks isn't just protecting a player, he's defending what Clark represents: growth, opportunity, and the future of the sport. The WNBA claims to stand for fairness and justice, but this controversy says otherwise. They investigated fake fan comments in a matter of days. But the Griner video? Crickets. The inconsistency isn't just frustrating, it's exposing the league to a much deeper criticism. That its values are only applied selectively. And that's not just bad optics, it's a reputational crisis with real consequences. Until now, the WNBA could handle its controversies internally. Not anymore. With Senator Jim Banks calling for action, the league faces pressure from beyond the locker room. Lawmakers, media, and fans are demanding transparency and equal standards. And for a league still growing its brand and market share, this kind of scrutiny could reshape how decisions are made, or who makes them. The league is at a breaking point. It can either investigate the Griner situation, issue the apologies fans are asking for, and prove it's serious about fairness, or continue down a path of silence and selective outrage. Either way, the narrative has already shifted. What was once seen as a league championing progress now looks like one struggling to hold its values. Senator Banks has pulled the curtain back, and there's no putting it back in place. This isn't just a basketball feud, it's a cultural moment. Will the WNBA step up and show it stands for true equality, or will political and fan pressure finally reveal a system built on double standards? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe for more hard-hitting breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. This is She Can Hoop Too, where the real game begins.